3 scores to the defending world champions in their stadium. Not where you want to be.
No. Jalen Hurts, 11 of 19, 88 yards, and that interception at the end of the half by Mike Edwards. And this is why I've been on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon since the beginning. A lot of people have said, let's hold off now. I don't know what you think of his play and whether or not, had he played a little bit better, it might be a different score.
Well, he hasn't played great, but I would say that I have more issues, frankly, with the play calling. You know, I mean, there are things that this to me is something that I would really like to talk to Nick Sirianni about this. You knew coming into this game that Tampa Bay, with Todd Bowles being the defensive coordinator, they are going to be one thing. They are going to be cover 3 the whole game. Todd Bowles has done that forever. And one of the things that is kind of baked into cover 3 is with the cornerbacks dropping out, your wide receivers are going to have a lot of room on the outside.
Big cushion.
You can run that turn and comeback play anytime you want it. I mean, you got 7-8 yards anytime you want to go there. It's just part of that defense. It's one of the things they give away. It's one of the things they're willing to give up to take away the big play. And for whatever reason, the Eagles didn't go there at all. I mean, it was only on that last possession when they finally threw a comeback on the outside to Devontae Smith. That play had been there every single time they lined up. They could have taken that 7-8 yards on first down and set yourself up. Oh, now we got 2nd and 2. Now we can move the ball. They never went to it until they were already down 17-0. I don't understand it when you knew going in, this is exactly the way Tampa Bay was going to play you. That's exactly how they have played you, and you haven't taken advantage of what this presented there.
Yeah, I agree with you. We also talked about the strength of the Eagles' schedule down the stretch, or lack thereof, and now perhaps we're seeing what happens when they play a team of the caliber of Tampa Bay that, as you have said and Seth has said, they're not even playing that well.
The Bucs aren't even playing that good, to be frank.
But it does go to coaching.
Oh, sure.
And their failure on both sides of the ball to react to what they see in front of them.
Yeah, everything you said is true, and I really don't understand it. You know, we said coming into this game that, and this is no great revelation, but we said coming into this game that the Eagles were going to, if they were going to win this game, they were going to have to do something they really haven't done all year, and that's play a complete game. They're going to have to play good for 60 minutes. They're going to have to play good in every phase, the offense, the defense, the special teams. They were going to have to get everybody contributing, and they were going to have to start fast and play good for 60 minutes. If you're going to beat the world champs, that's what it takes. And they haven't done that. You know, they've dropped passes. When they had opportunities to make a big play, they've dropped passes. The play calling has not been very good. They've gotten penalties that really hurt them, that have taken away a few big plays that could have killed drives. I mean, all of that kind of stuff. You know, you knew coming in here you couldn't afford it. If a guy gets open and he's got the ball in his hands, he can't drop it. You can't commit a penalty that's going to take away a big play. You can't do that stuff. But they've done it over and over again, and that's why they're lucky it's only 17-0. I mean, they could be behind way worse than this.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's still a lot to come back from when you're talking about a team like the Buccaneers with a quarterback like Tom Brady. But the fact of the matter is 17-0, the way they've played to this point, it could have been worse.
Yeah, I'm worried that Brady's just getting warmed up, that Tampa Bay's just getting warmed up, and that 17-0 could easily be doubled. But also, you know, there is a half to play. I'll give the Eagles a chance. Not a very good one, but I certainly will give them a chance. Lastly, Jalen Reagor, who we've all questioned his existence on this team, let alone why he was selected by the team, but he fails to field even a play. He lets these punts roll down the field. He's been terrible.
He has. I mean, that was why I said in the pregame show that I knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew they weren't going to do this, but to be honest, I wouldn't have even dressed him. You know, I mean, you're in the playoffs now. You got to go with your best 53. You got to determine who your best 53 players are because you're in the playoffs now. This isn't a bye week. This isn't a preseason game. You got to go with your best people. And to me, Jalen Reagor is not one of the best 53 guys on your roster. He's just not. He hasn't been from the day he was drafted, and he isn't right now. I would have dressed Hundley. And given him a chance to return kicks. I mean, he has shown in one game last week, admittedly not a game of great significance, but for one game, he showed me more explosiveness than Jalen Reagor showed me in 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I knew he was going to play. They dressed Reagor, they put him out there, and you saw 2 opportunities. He had to field the ball and maybe make a play with it. He lets it hit the ground and roll for 15 more yards.
17-0, the Eagles trailing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the reigning world champions, and all we can say is let the miracle commence right now, because that's what it's going to take going against Tom Brady and company. Clock hits 0. We'll be talking about the Eagles either moving on, or we will look back upon a season where they finish ultimately at 9-9. But there's a half of football to go. Maybe they'll surprise us. Thanks for watching Nissan In Game Live. We'll see you post game.